awesome. So pretty out here.
Just a few miles behind on Vermont's Route 9, I dropped on a 1,500-foot, 5-minute long downhill on the western side of Prospect Mountain where I reached a top speed of 42 miles an hour. I'm now continuing westward on a slight downhill grade to reach the southwestern town of Bennington. With a population of about 16,000, Bennington is the third largest town in the state of Vermont and is known for its wood processing and craftsmanship as well as for its pottery, iron, and textile artwork. Riding through the center of Bennington, one can't help but feel this town's eclectic and friendly nature.
Sidewalk will be alright.
Okay, thanks, man.
Yeah.
I make my way to a UPS store so I can send my broken drone for repair. On my first day trying it, I flew it right into a building and it broke badly. Thankfully, I have another one waiting for me at a post office in Troy, New York that I'll pick up tomorrow to use while the broken one gets repaired. After sending the drone, I find the Hardwood Hill Motel. These kinds of motels are the ones I cherish staying at as they are affordable, full of character, and clean. Here we go again with the problems with finding campsites. I'm in Bennington, Vermont, after climbing all day. I'm destroyed. It's 4:30 and I have 33 more miles to get to York, which is a city, and I don't want to be arriving there in like the dark and another 1,000 feet of climbing. I was ready to stop. I'm close to 40 miles right now. So I'm looking for motels or hotels. And Bennington has a lot of Holiday Inns and Best Westerns and things like that, but I prefer like motels, and this is the Hardwood Hill Motel. This is where I like to stay if I'm gonna stay somewhere outside of my tent. After a much-needed restful night's sleep at the Hardwood Hill Motel, I weave my way through Bennington's morning traffic riding my way to Troy, New York. It doesn't take me long to find some quiet neighborhood roads and leave the traffic behind. My legs are quite sore this morning from all the climbing I've done these last days while crossing the Green Mountains of Vermont, and they take a few miles to loosen up and get back to work. My legs are definitely sore. I remember this from last year. They get sore for like the first 5 miles, 6, and then they go kind of numb from the pain and get super strong. So just gotta give it another 4 miles. After several miles of neighborhood riding, I reach the outskirts of town and find myself back on Route 9, enjoying the last few miles I'll be riding in Vermont before entering the state of New York. I stop multiple times to enjoy the scenery, looking back towards the east at the Green Mountains. Even though I'll be climbing about 750 feet of elevation to get to Troy, I'll also be dropping double that. This means that I'll be going downhill for most of the day. As I cross the Vermont-New York border, Route 9 turns into State Road 7. This state road is very busy with truck and traffic of all sorts, and I welcome this coming distraction of riding along with them. Seeing the loads they're carrying and the different machinery involved is a huge interest of mine. Once again, I'm using Google Maps, and with the cycling mode, it is telling me not to go on State Road 7. It's probably due to the high trucking traffic. I'll switch to the driving mode and continue on. There is a nice shoulder, and I'd much rather go through the towns on the way to Troy than end up on back roads. There will surely be plenty of back roads and rail trails in my near future. Some machinery there. I get just past the town of Hoosick and the Hoosick River when all of a sudden I spot a black bear trying to cross the road ahead of me. I'm ecstatic at the opportunity to see a bear, and this guy did not disappoint. It showed noticeable intelligence in measuring his attempt at crossing such a busy road by standing up on his hind legs and looking both directions so as to find a clear path. I just spotted a black bear trying to cross the road right in front of me, and the traffic made it stop. I'm gonna sit right here and see if I can catch it crossing, because I'm sure it's waiting on the border of the bushes here to get across. I'm gonna get a little closer and stop for a minute. Right about here. Yeah, I see it over there. It's at the end of the trench there. That was so cool. I barely saw it in the distance, and it saw traffic and it bounced back into the bushes there. I think I got it. Pretty awesome. All right, let's keep going, see what else I can find. What a morning. Other than for a little bit of a headwind, it's pretty exceptional. Black bear sighting, really easy, gradual uphills, very light grade. Compared to yesterday, I'm just like knocking them out, and it's good for my legs to have that resistance, a little bit of it. And some nice downhills. Here's another one coming. I stop at a convenience store to fuel up with an ice cream bar before more downhills keep coming my way, and as I pass by the town of Johnsonville, I spot Tom Hannock Bicycles Bike Shop and Tim, who was helping one of his customers with a new bike. He waved at me and I decided to stop and say hello. What kind of cycling do you guys do around here?
Everything. We do mountain biking, we are road cyclists, we do a little bit of everything. We're a family shop.
You are?
Yep.
For how many years?
This is our 12th season.
Wow.
Yep.
I just came through Vermont. It was nuts.
Yep.
Hilly.
Oh yes, yes.
Hilly.
Yep.
It was insane. I keep on trucking west past Tom Hannock Reservoir, enjoying easy miles, reflecting on the days behind me and what amazing times I had cycling the states of Vermont and New Hampshire. New York State is ahead of me now, and I'll be crossing its east to west entirety in the coming week. Totally impressed with the Northeast, the Vermont area, New Hampshire, and now New York. It's beautiful. I was expecting beautiful, and I got it. As I pass through several towns like Ramertown, Brunswick, and Sickaway, and get closer to the city of Troy, the traffic becomes more congested and forces me to slow down some and start paying more attention. A few more climbs before I drop into Troy. I'm feeling really good after yesterday. Just cranking. My legs hurt, but I'm doing it. And it feels good. What a beautiful day, man. I had a little bit of a headwind, but not for most of the low-grade climbs. It's been mostly a pretty good day, bear and all. Eventually, I decide to switch to my map cycling mode and get off the busy, hoping to find city trails to get me to the post office and my new drone. There's one of those times where I switch from the driver mode on my Google Maps to my bicycle mode, and I probably shouldn't have. and should have stayed on the road. There was a bicycle lane, but it's fun kind of to get away from the busy and kind of see if there's any like city trails that there are, and this is probably the one, but I'm just gonna check on my map real quick, make sure. So it's just a little shortcut to a street that's beyond. Let's do it. Definitely a lot more peaceful. City riding is a blast, but it sure demands a lot more focus and attention as cars are coming from all different directions, making for a greater chance at being missed by a driver and getting hurt. There is often a lot more damaged roads too that can cost you and your bike injury. I make sure to keep a careful attitude, follow traffic signals and laws, and most importantly, slow myself down. This is when I tell myself to slow down, because I love going fast in the cities and I got a lot more miles to ride in my life, so I don't want a door opening on me or a car coming out of nowhere, even though I'm paying insane attention, but I don't need to be racing unless I see an opportunity. And pay attention to the traffic lights. What a drop! I'm gonna contain. Once in the city of Troy, I go to the post office, but my drone was not there yet. I'm forced to spend the night in a hotel in the city after waiting for it to arrive late in the day. I make the best of my time by resting more and eating everything. My plan this morning is to start riding the Erie Canal Trail section of the 750-mile-long Empire State Trail. I'm gifted with exceptional cool and dry weather, and my energy level is high. I'm leaving Troy now. I have a little bit of a late start, but I'm so psyched to get on the Empire State Trail, which is a combination of a lot of rail trails. And I hear great things about it. I really came this way mostly because of that. So. The trailhead starts from the city of Cohoes with the Mohawk Hudson Bike Hike Trail. I've been looking forward to riding the Empire State Trail for some time now, and I'm beyond excited at the prospect of all I will see in the coming week while making my way to Buffalo, New York and Niagara Falls. In short time, and after riding through all kinds of roads, I suddenly enter the Mohawk River Trailway and the hustle bustle of the city fades away. What about this? I think I found a little piece of heaven here. Hey, Pooch. I'm going. Spectacular trail, really lush. Those tunnels make me feel like a kid every time. I just feel like a tiny little kid on his bicycle just riding through the tunnel. Wow, what a trail. It's spectacular. It's so full of just nature, and you're so close to town. It's crazy. That just tells you how much wilderness and nature there can be all around us, even if we're in a congested metropolitan area. There's always some trail like this to hit and ride and walk and hike, and millions others all around, just a short distance away.